Yo, what is poppin'? My 420 Army is your boy my Liam 420, and I'm here with another. Finally getting out my Father Christmas breakdown, which, yes, I wanted to have this posted the same day I did my Snowman review, but obviously I was so busy with college that I couldn't, so yeah, and plus I'm starting with short films, and luckily I only have. This is like my last week before. I'm recording this like literally right before my last week of college before I'm off for Christmas, so yeah, I'll try to get out my review. I'll see if I can get a review of Violent Night Out, and if not, then I'll wait till next year. Not sure if I'll squeeze another Christmas film in there, because. But yeah, so Father Christmas, this was when 1991, and basically it starts with Santa Claus, or Father Christmas. I think he's voiced by Mel Smith. Hold on. I'm just checking Wikipedia. Yeah, Mel Smith, Pierre Noel. But yeah, he basically just basically finished opens with Santa arriving home, and he's apparently somewhere in Britain. It's like, what the hell? Why is he not in the North? Why is he not in the North Pole? I don't know. I always thought it was the North Pole. Maybe they just tried to fool us. And he only has two reindeer as opposed to all nine. Just some. I'm not saying this just to not to nitpick, but it's just wondering why they chose to do this. So after he puts his reindeer away, he settles up and he feeds his cat and dog. He's sitting by the fire, and then Santa literally decides to even wonders what does he do the other 364 days when he's not done on Christmas, and then he really begins to explain to the viewer. So he's breaking the fourth wall here about that he realized he had done a vacation, and then it's like psh, Santa on vacation while his elves are making all the toys. Okay, I mean, that is a pretty clever concept, but yeah, so basically, as Santa begins his story, he says he got home, and then he just dumped a bunch of catalogs trying to figure out where to go on a vacation. Like, few things that shoot into his mind are France, and even pisses off his neighbor. It's like, you scored it! And he literally ends up. He pictures like a camping, and he's like, no. And he even converts his sleigh into an RV. That is too silly. So then he's like listening to like some French broadcasts as he's building the RV. And then there's like a montage of him just like using all tools, and also there's a scene where he's like cutting some wood and there's like a glass or there's like a mug on the wood and it just falls off. It's like psh. So then when he's done the RV, he also builds like a green trailer to carry his reindeer. And then he throws his cat and dog into a kennel just so that way they can be fed. And then when he leaves, he flies past a plane. Well, it literally cuts to him flying past the plane. It's like, is that Santa Claus in an RV? And it's like, no. So then I think his first stop is obviously in France. Blanked out there for a sec. So then he like Santa throws on like this disguise. I don't know, my mind's kind of rusty from. I'm trying to get my mind back into the YouTube phase, and then it's gonna go back to that for another 4 months when I go back to college for my winter semester. But luckily, it's back to permanent YouTube once I'm done college. But yeah. So either way, Santa goes to a restaurant, and he says, "Well, I'd like to try everything you have," and then he has like a sundae, a burger. I don't know what it is. He asked for something with fries. I can't even remember what it was. I think it was like fish. Yeah, it was fish. Fish, sundae, lobster, all tons of food. And his bill clocks in at like $1,000. He's like, holy shit, that's expensive. So then he really runs back to his trailer, And then he's like taking pills because he has like a bad stomach ache from eating all that food. And then it literally cuts the following to like a day where he goes for a shit in the bushes. Then he just decides I should probably get to a proper camping ground. So he heads to another camping ground that's literally just packed. It's like, pfft. And then we cut to a montage of him just running back and forth to the outhouse, trying to just have him just like taking his shit. It's like, oh my god. Jeez, you eat so much. Does this guy have diarrhea? And it literally, this montage continues until the following morning. There's even like an animation error of like two Santas running across the screen at the same time. Then he goes for a walk after he's done, and then he's trying to figure out, after they realize that it's Santa, he's like, oh shit, I gotta get out of here. So then he heads to Scotland after. His next destination is Scotland, by the way. And it's like pouring rain by the time he gets there. Well, I don't know. Someone let me know in the comments if you live in Scotland, is it always pouring there? And there's like a scene with him at a club. And he's dancing. And then he realizes it stops raining, and then he tries to go for a swim, but then he's like, holy fuck, there's a shark in the water. So then he decides, yeah, I'm going somewhere else. And then he heads to Vegas. And he's pretty much just gambling on everything there. When he's in the casino lot, he's like wears like this he wears like a tuxedo and even has a monocle over his one eye. Because obviously, I was about to grab and buy one of my minis for like my display that I'm doing. And then there's like montages of him gambling, getting like he's like a pool shark, and then even like scenes of him swimming by the pool. And then, but then he realizes then someone's like, hey, is that fat guy Santa Claus? And he's like, I gotta get out of here. So then he's about to leave Vegas. And he's like, oh god, I should get home. So then that's what he does. He flies home. And then he realizes he gets weeds in his garden. And then it's like, okay, so that's his vacation history. But then what about when Christmas Eve actually came around? We're getting there. So he gets his cat and dog out from the kennel. And then he heads to get his Santa suit. Which, and also it doesn't even show him disassembling the RV to get his normal sled back. So, either way, Christmas Eve, he throws on his... well, actually, no. First, there's a scene where he's resting and then letters start coming in. Forgot to mention that. He realizes he's getting this is before he goes to get the suit. Brain fogged out again. Letters start pouring in, and then he realizes, oh boy. And then that's when he gets the suit, and then so anyway, he's back to Christmas Eve after he's read all the letters, and then he's about to head out. He gets his sleigh loaded, and there's like a montage of him just flying through like storms, and him like dumping chimneys and dumping presents in the houses through the chimneys, and even a scene with him on an actual like trailer home too, and a scene where he loses his boot. There's also some songs here, but yeah, and I don't really watch these too often to memorize the songs, so I only watch this like once or twice a year. But then after he's done delivering all the gifts, it's like, okay, so that's basically Santa when he's delivering presents. I mean, Santa's portrayed like 1,000 times in media, so first, one of his last stops is a lighthouse, and then at an igloo before he flies to the snowman's party. And yes, they literally crossed over the snowman short with this one, because it's the same boy and the same snowman while they're at the party. And it's literally just the snowman Christmas party all over again. At least until James, or whatever the hell that boy's name is. They head down to the shack and they're like, Santa, you forgot to deliver a present. So Santa heads down and he's like, oh shit, I missed the Queen. Was it Queen Elizabeth II in 1991? I'm not sure. I think it was. It had to have been Queen Elizabeth II in 1991. So anyway, Santa leaves the party, and then he flies to Buckingham Palace to deliver the last present before he even sees a palace guard or a milkman briefly. He's like, still at it? He's like, yeah. So then it cuts back to present day after Santa is home, and he finishes his story of how we spent that past year. And then we literally, and then it just like, which, then it shows him like putting a turkey in an oven, then taking a bath, and before he gives his cat and dog some presents. It's like, oh, a nice winding down procedure. And yep, when he's in, and then when he's in bed, he has some like licks some stuff from his elves, like a sock, tie, and some cologne, or it looks like some sort of beer bottle almost. And then he gets his calendar to 25th, and he's resting. Before he turns to the viewer and says, "Oh, and a very Merry Christmas to you and all." Though you're probably okay. Honestly, it's kind of random as to when because honestly, you could be watching this on like, because usually it's still November when I watch these, except for those rare instances where I watch it like a second or third time. Like, the year before my grandma passed away, I literally watched it 3 times. I watched both of these 3 times that year, my last Christmas with my grandma before she passed away. But, yeah, either way, the short ends after that, after it shows kids waking up on Christmas Day and seeing what Santa got them. So, yeah, that's pretty much a short version of the daily life of Santa Claus. Though I'm not sure how accurate it is. Obviously, Santa's not real, and it's just people playing around. Which, obviously, I'm saying that because anyone over the age of 12 would know that Santa's not real, and obviously you should not be watching my content if you're under the age of 12 because of like so many stuff, whether it be the swear words I often say in my videos, whether it be the blood and gore stuff you see in like my Outlast or my Alien Isolation content, whether it be the jump scares and other scary stuff. It's like, yeah, a lot of stuff. Why I am absolutely not a family-friendly channel in the slightest. But yeah, this short is really good. I would actually kind of recommend watching it. It's like, again, both this and the Snowman, it's like, I just been have these for as long as I can remember. And they're decent to watch. They're not in my top class, like Elf, National Lampoon, and Arthur Christmas, but yeah, that's basically it for this video. And I'm not sure if this will have Mew in the background, because again, it's not a horror short, because I probably gotta start doing some Christmas horror stuff on the channel. I'm surprised I haven't started doing that yet. But yeah, that's basically it for this video, and hopefully I can record the Violent Night review and get that out. So please like, comment, share, sub, and peace.